up, everyone? Real quick, just got some news, but want to send this episode out to Juan Brujo of Brujeria. Just learned that he passed away. I just saw a comment pop up on his episode. I was like, I was sitting right here on my phone, just chilling. I was like, no, do a little bit more research, and unfortunately, it's true. So it's sad, man. He was a great guy. Let's see, 1963 to 2024. What is that, Jay? 61 years? 61 years old? It's sad, man. Man, it feels like he was just here. 61 years old, man. That seems very recent. Yeah, he really jump started our year. He came in here January 1st. Yeah, we got some pictures of him right here. If you're just listening, here's all of us, Jay, Chris the camera guy, just chilling with him. Thank you for the shirt, man. Yeah, man, he has some great stories. Came here, just spoke from his heart. Which I've learned throughout the years of doing this. Unfortunately, it's rare for someone to just kind of speak with no filter from the heart. So he was a good guy. And man, I saw him at the Glass House. They were fucking sick. That was badass. I think it was in December. So yeah, like less than a month prior. Met him in person. I was kind of creeping around the bar, just like waiting until he came out. Slightly stalking him. Now that I look back at it. And he was a nice guy. Gave me his time and was listening. Very present. It was this show. It was fucking sick, dude. Pinche Peach too, man. You see, it sucks because we talked about this quite a few times. Like you just don't know like the last time you're going to see that lineup, and we're literally experiencing it right now in real time. Yeah, with that Pinche and him, it sucks, dude. Great guy, great band. I don't know how much to say this. Yep. I think he would be proud of the conversation that we had. Yeah, I was thinking when we were doing this, it's like, what would happen? It's kind of freaky when you have a thought in your head and it actually becomes a reality, and it happened today. Was what's gonna happen when like some of these artists, living legends and bands, what's going to happen when some of these people start passing away? We want to put out something, we want to put out the conversation that people are going to go to, and I already see it happening today. It's just weird. That was a thought and a goal, and it's unfortunately Juan is the first example of that, just having conversations out there that hopefully they would be proud of. But rest in peace, man. Thank you for hanging out and being a cool guy and the great tunes. Me and Jay were driving down the street, getting cigarettes, jamming the tunes. Man, it's like they're still alive. Yeah, when we play those songs, when we play the songs from anyone, it just sounds like they're still alive, which is kind of bizarre. But yeah, let's see. Today's Thursday. No, today's Wednesday. Tomorrow morning, looking forward to cranking those tunes in the gym, getting pumped, dude. He's still alive, man, in a crazy way. But yeah, this EP is dedicated to you, man. It seems like we've been talking about death a lot. Is that just me? I don't know. It's just true. You turn 30, and these things, people would start passing away. I mean, that rumor, unfortunately, it's been coming true. But I guess we should just move on to something more positive. But yeah. Anyway, thank you for listening and watching. This is the fourth one, right? The fourth solo EP. What's the date today, Jay? 18th. So it's officially, we've been in this building for exactly 1 year. 1 year, and we just signed the lease for 1 more year, so we're gonna be here 1 more year. So this photo is Jared from Head PE, and this was I the dates because they just don't seem real to me. It's September 10th, and then literally the next day from us setting up, the next day we had a podcast with Goat Horror here in September 18th, and then literally September 19th, the very next day, we're here with Walpodinia. Shout out. Some deathcore from Africa. So literally it was like literally the day after. And then a couple days later, it was OTEP, which is here. She's fucking sick, dude. So yeah, it was a crazy fucking timeline. We were fucking nuts, dude. We were moving stuff and then scheduling podcasts at the same time. And I mean, that's why I went kind of nutty at some time. But yeah, it sucks. I remember I even overbooked myself. I think we're gonna have Ginger in here. Or who else was I talking to? Currents. I don't know if I can say that, but yeah, just trying to make things work, and not everything worked, but the fact it just went into the next day, and at the time we didn't miss a week, so that was that's what we were doing. Pretty cool. So yeah, we're here for one more year. I'm on this. We got really lucky with this spot, and the only cons are there's really no parking around here for bands, and it's loud. It's a little bit loud. Like you might hear like a fire truck sometimes, but just be patient for 1 more year. But everything else is sick. I mean, the vibing here is cool. We feel comfortable, and already know what we're doing once the year is up. I don't know if I could say it, but there's definitely there's already a plan after that, and a 5-year plan, a 10-year, and then I'll probably die after that. But yeah, thank you for listening and watching the podcast. For this could have easily not have worked out. This could have very easily not have worked out. But it's rare when podcasts are so, I don't know, disposable, but and oversaturated. So I'm lucky that I was still here doing it, and all you supporting sponsors, and I'm able to pay the rent here. But yeah. Anyway, going on. I'm already ranting about stuff, but yeah, a lot. Okay, so a lot has happened. A lot has definitely happened. Went to some 6 shows. I realized I need a helicopter at some point. That'll be pretty fucking. That'd be pretty helpful. Let's see, what did we do? Well, just yesterday, we started rehearsing for New England Metal and Hardcore Festival. So we'll have a flight to Boston Saturday morning at exactly. So we get picked up at 5:20 a.m., which is, I'm pretty stoked on that. I know the other guys in the band might not be as excited as I am. But yeah, so we're jamming yesterday. It was the first time we got the rough set list down. It was the first time that we just started playing songs with the gear that we have. So me and Mark have been working on our tones with the quad Cortex, and Ernie's on an E kit. So we're able to just play the songs at a lower volume. Songs that we've been playing for some well over a decade, and the tones were. I was very surprised. I was surprised how it sounded, and I mean that in a good way. It's cool because when you jam at a low volume, a lot of there was a lot of things happening at once. There was one, it didn't destroy your fucking ears, which was nice, and you could hear everything. So when we were playing, it did make you play better. It made us play better, made me play better, be a little bit more solid, and I was also surprised that the breakdown sounded heavier, which I was very surprised. I couldn't have guessed that. Like, this made you really made you dig into the strings more and connect with the people around you because you're actually able to hear what was going on. There wasn't this loudness kind of overbearing everything and taking over the room. So that was pretty sick. But then the opposite was, I really learned riffs that I need to practice more. Okay, if I didn't know a riff that well, it was fucking obvious. So oh wow, I need to there's a riff and Wake Up or something. And I need to practice that. But man, we were really able to connect more and really focus on playing the songs right and getting the tempos right. And it sounded heavy. It sounded really heavy, way heavier than I thought it was going to sound, tone-wise and overall as a band. And I'm pretty stoked where I'm at. I mean, it's so user-friendly. If I could use it, anyone could use it. And it's cool to plug in, my Fender here and start ripping pretty soon and get a pretty good tone. I mean, if we played today out there, I would be stoked. I definitely got less nervous. It's going to be our first show in our whole career that we're not going to have amps. But I should be a little bit more nervous. I should, but it's pretty solid. It's just one thing. So I think, tomorrow I'll dive a little bit more into it. Start adding some some all that cool stuff like the choruses and the delays. But overall, I am very stoked and probably one of the best purchases I made in quite some time as far as gear and the band. So that's pretty sick. So yeah, if you're in the Boston area, I mean, as you're hearing this and watching this, I mean, the show had already happened, so I'm talking in future tense and past tense at the same time. So bear with me here. So yeah, I hope. So now I'm talking. Yeah, I'm doing that at the same time, past and future tense. So if you saw the show, cool. You're going to see basically, a show like this, it's only going to happen once ever in our career. We're going to see, it's going to happen in real time. It's funny when you do things and then no one out there knows. And you're just going to make it seem like everything's cool. Everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. It's fucking plug in and play. Hopefully it seems good. We got the fly racks. Everything's solid. I was gonna make a few patches with all the cool stuff on there. Boring stuff. With our style of music, you gotta build a relationship with the noise and your noise gate. Kind of boring stuff, but the way it's just different that you gotta get used to. But yeah, pretty sick. Pretty sick. we found out this week that our time slot, and I'm very stoked. What was our time slot? 6:10. Man, it goes ingested, flesh god apocalypse, branded sacrifice, shadow of intent, us as laid down slaughtered rebel. I'm very stoked on that time slot. Not bad for an old washed up deathcore band, right? And that supposedly everyone hates. I'm pretty fucking stoked. Yeah, it's moments like this that I have to soak in. I just have to. I really don't care what anyone thinks about me at this point, or sometimes I sound arrogant. But we worked our ass off to and really push forward to get that slot. I'm sure a lot of people will say that we should be playing before a lot of those bands, but behind the scenes stuff that you really can't, people don't really know, but we've been working very hard. I've been working very hard. I'm here. I'm here the next door over, fucking sleeping on the wood floor, just trying to make shit happen. It's just cool when you just see stuff like this and gives you just a little bit of juice and I guess I pray for to pray for focus. Thank God for my drive, my obsession, because those could easily not be there. My energy, I'm just lucky that I still have that, and it's, without getting into that subject, definitely, I know it's not all me. I'm aware of that, but what else did I do? Oh, it's not a podcast. It's not complete without talking about the Raccoons. They've been pretty they're around. I mean, I sleep with the window open, and I've been hearing them. So they've been coming out in awkward times, So this is the first time I saw two of them, and I look outside because I don't know if they're fighting or fucking. Are these raccoons fighting or fucking? I don't know, but I hear a bunch of noises, and I look outside. They're swimming in the pool. They're just having the time of their lives. We're rent free, but then again, I'm in their home. We definitely forget that we're in their home. We're in all the animals and bugs and what have you. We're in their ecosystem, and then we like to pretend that we own the land, which is it's funny. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool. They're just out there fucking being raccoons and swimming, and so yeah, that's pretty sick. I saw quite a few cool shows. The first one was I went to the venue is down the street from here at the Honda Center. I saw Slaughter to Prevail, Manson, and then I went home. But yeah, my second show ever was Korn and Stained, which to this day is still my top 5, probably my top 2 favorite shows of all time. And it's my second dream venue. The other one is in San Bernardino called Glen Helen Amphitheater. We played there a bunch of times, but it was always on the second stage, and my dream is to play the main stage there, which will happen. It's just a matter of when. And then my other dream venue is there at the Honda Center. It's really cool to see heavy bands go there and kind of paving their road that I could actually travel on, which is really cool. But shout out to Jack from Slaughter. He let me go there early. So it's really cool. Fucking it's walking around back there, it's chilling, and he let me walk on the stage. It was just nice to fucking look out. I'm like, damn. It was just cool, man. I look out, like, man, like, what year was that? Well, 99. So 99, so 09, 19, 2021, 22, 24. So that's 25 years. So I was like, that's 25 years ago. I was sitting right there. Wow. I mean, time flies. Time flies. It was cool. I really appreciate Jack letting me have that experience. And they were great. They were fucking. It was sick. A lot better than LA. LA was all right. Kind of subpar, but they really made up for it. It sounded great, looked great. Truly proud of them. I think the most important part of the night was Mamie. Was this inspired and Mamie kind of gave me a taste. Like a taste of the future, taste of what's possible, and got my creative juices flowing. I love the guys, I love them, but my creative competition part of me that's deep in there is it's full throttle right now. Like it is. Right when I thought, like, oh shit, I'm back. I'm back as that teenager kid, fucking playing guitar. I'm competitive. I'm talking shit to everybody now, but not like negatively. I mean, because bands do that, but it's more like two-faced. I noticed. But if I do it, I'll say it to your face, and I don't care. And it's pure-hearted. It's this creative competition, which is a term I got from a fellow podcaster. And it's like, man, it is lit. Right when I thought, it happens in levels. I noticed, like, right when I think I'm there, I feel good. It just gets higher, and it gets higher. And I get more driven. I get more obsessive. It's cool. It's really cool to experience that. I mean, I'm not to get that killer part of me back. And oh man, I am out to kill Slaughter to Bill right now. Like, fuck that band. And I mean that from the fucking deepest part of my soul. It's that inner child, that kid that played guitar in high school. That soul is coming back. And to be honest, like I don't know, couldn't do it without these guys. It's pretty sick. But yeah, I'm out to kill you guys. Like I'm pretty fucking there. It's kind of alarming. Man, what a fun show that was, though. Seeing a band like that, though, having some beers. I was in the pit area. Man, that was fucking sick, dude. Seeing like a band with masks on, like, fuck yeah, that shit was dope. And some time passed, and then let's see, Manson came on, and it was fucking incredible. His voice is on point. It is on point. So if you're a Manson fan, I think now is the time to go out and see him. His band is awesome. Reba was playing guitar as a perfect fucking fit. And then I'm older, so I was like, you know what, I'm going home. And then I got one more drink. I ran into someone on the way out, and I had one more drink and said, saying highs and byes, and walked out when Five Finger was playing. But yeah, that was awesome. And also, I feel bad, but Saturday there was a lot going on. You ever have that where you have nothing going on, and then all of a sudden Friday comes around, or Saturday, now it's this person's birthday, this person's in town, and this person's doing this. I'm like, man, like, I wish it was spread out. But Saturday we had a podcast with Kane Hill, which is out now, for all you to enjoy, watch or listen or skip it. So yeah, that Saturday morning, I woke up at 4 because I had a lot going on. 4, prepped for that, and there was already So just so you know what was going on, it was that. Um, Dan Kinney was hosting one of his famous UFC parties or hangouts because it was UFC at the Sphere, which I really wanted to see with him and Ernie and DK's brother came in town, which I really want to hang out with him. I was like, okay. And then Slipknot was also playing in LA, which I had tickets for. And Cane Hill was playing down the street from here with Of Sulfur and Signs of the Swarm. So there's all these things to do, and they're all very far away from each other. And somehow, like, I was sitting right here and sitting like, okay, how can I do all this? And I'm just gonna kind of let what's gonna happen when we just let I don't know, like the universe have its way. And it did not work out that way at all. At all. Yeah, finished that. Realized I had to take the. This is boring. This is boring stuff. I'm sorry. I had to take the podcast footage and send it to Zach, who was going to edit it, and that's a long drive. That was almost 2 hour drive. It was during traffic. I was like, oh shit, I just lost 2 hours. And I was like, okay, I can't make the UFC fight for sure. Okay, I'm gonna rush over to LA to. I was already planning not to see Slipknot, but shout out to Vended for Cole for hooking up those tickets. I felt bad. Like I dropped off the SD cards and then I looked at put it in Google Maps and was like, oh, unless it's like over an hour drive and like they were playing in like 30 minutes. Like, oh, dude, I can't. So I'm not gonna make that. So I really wanted to see it Vended in an arena setting. I've seen them quite a few times, and I'm very proud of where that band's going. So I was planning to see Vended and bounce over to back here and see the show, the Signs of the Swarm show with Cane Hill, and also LA. I mean, it's just the fucking smoozing. I don't want to do that either, but yeah, saw reality was staring me back in my face. So I'm like, okay, I'll just drive straight to the show, and it worked out. It was nice to see Up Sulfur and Cane Hill and the show, and just around my people and people are known for such a long time. So maybe that's what was supposed to happen. You know, I was watching some heavy shit, drinking IPA, hanging out with old friends, very old friends, dear friends. And that was nice, and then I drove home, and by then it was midnight. There's like this street, I think it's called Euclid. Like once you leave, there's like this, to get to the freeway, this is a brutal street. It's like when it's basically every fast food joint and they're all open. So you're passing. You're trying to get home. You're trying to get a 6-pack, and boom, Taco Bell. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna stop or what? I passed Taco Bell. Okay, I won the first battle, and then boom, you have McDonald's. All right, I won that battle, but it's always the last one. It's always the last one that gets me. And right before the freeway, right before it, it was Del Taco. So I had a couple burritos, and so obviously that went to my muscles. But that's a brutal street. Everything is on that fucking street. Yeah, it was worth it. speaking of fast food, then we'll probably get to some a couple of questions here. But I have a Wendy's right by my house, and it burnt down. I don't think I ever heard the story of exactly what happened. I bet it was one of those like on purpose arsons where like they get the insurance money and they just rebuild the fucking building, or maybe it was insurance or something. And yeah, this is the new one. Is that in Corona? Is it?
Magnolia area.
Oh shit, is that it? What the fuck happened? Oh yeah, there it is. Is this it? Yeah, here it is. Here's Wendy's by my house on fire. That's on fire. Yep, that's it. Oh my god. Did they see what happened? No evidence, huh? That's see, we're just talking about that. Oh, just coincidentally burnt down. Anyway, fast forward, and we already have a brand new one, so so the band showed up, and right before we started practicing with our quad Cortexes, we went to Wendy's, and oh my gosh, those Wendy's nuggies. I think they actually call them nuggies. They have if you look at them, it calls out like saucy nuggies. But yeah, their Wendy's chicken nuggets are fucking sick. I mean, I was blown away. I was truly blown away. I'm like, this is fucking sick. Yet, dude, the Nugs party pack? Oh, let's go. That's 2,000 calories, man. You to eat that, you're a fat fuck. Oh my goodness. Yeah, cool. Shout out to Wendy's and their nuggies. I do recommend you trying them. Pretty fucking sick. Yeah, let's hop into some questions real quick.
Hey Garza, Alex from Mesa, Arizona. I have a couple questions. One, what is your favorite Suicide Silence album cover? And two, can you name a few things you like about Ernie? I know it might be hard for you to do, but I'd love to hear it. All right, I hope to see you guys next year in Arizona. Stay horned up. Peace.
Horned up. Alex, thank you very much for your question. If you're just listening, Alex, shout out, dude. Wearing the United States Postal Service uniform. Hell yeah, you're out there grinding, man. It's pretty sick. Favorite cover? I mean, yeah, the first record, The Cleansing. That to the cover, the artwork, the font. I mean, talk about luck. Yeah, I love this album cover because it's not. This is what we used to do back in the day. Like a lot of bands can't do it, or I think any band in our genre can't do this. Where it's not gory, it just has like this. What is this factor? But it's not soft shit. It's like, man, it was such a hard line to hit. Yeah, it's like this guy always looking up with a bunch of sharp shit coming out of his mouth. So sick. Yeah, I love the artwork. And the artist, I believe, the artist, Dave McKean, I want to say. Dave McKean. Yep. Yes, he's a graphic artist, great artist. And what happened was we tried to get him again for No Time to Bleed, but he wanted nothing to do with us. It was so unfortunate, man. It was so unfortunate because even like the inlay, if you have this record, even like the inlay had his own artwork and really cool shit where it wasn't gory, but it was like, what is this? It's a really hard line to hit. No other band or genre has hit that line. It's either gory, or it's like anime, or it's like super like mechanical. But to hit the line where it's like, what is this? Super fucking tough. And then we ended up, we went with some other artists, and then we put Blood on a cover, called it No Time to Bleed. So we obviously went the opposite direction. But I think what happened was he doesn't do album covers. I don't think he does album covers or even works with bands. But man, everything was nailed. I miss. Man, you'll be surprised how hard it is to find an artist too. Find like the right artist for the record. But yeah, that's by far my favorite favorite album cover. You know, it's also kind of awakened another thought I have. This might be a rant. I'm gonna try not to rant. That's basically what this whole thing is. But it kind of blows me away, the lack of being original. It's always kind of like, even since I was a kid, it's like, I don't know. It's musically or artwork wise, I don't know. Maybe it's just rare when people do things and they are their own leaders. I still do that today. Like if I like something, it's because I like something. And we experienced it back in the day with the deathcore genre. We played certain amps because we wanted to play the amps. We tuned this way because we were inspired by Korn. But what we do with Korn, which no one does, is you don't take the sound, you take what's behind the sound, what created that sound. And so I took the dynamic of two different guitar players, like Monkey and Head. We did that with Suicide Silence. Like, okay, let's get two different guitar players. It has nothing to do with the tuning or the amps or their sound, or like, okay, well, what's behind the sound? What makes that sound? And it always kind of blew me away that most people don't do that. They just take like the surface level stuff and they fucking take it. And I used to be bitter about it. Like, it's like they took the amps and the tuning and just did the same fucking thing and then put another band name on it. And it was always kind of a thing. Like, there's a lack of being original. To be honest, I do kind of see it in the podcast world. Without trying to not go on a rant, but I do with podcasting. Everything we do, it's just what I want to do. It's just, okay, that looks cool. Let's do that. Okay, I'm inspired by that. You know, I don't look at other metal podcasts and like, okay, I'm gonna do that. It's just like you're just asking for not being original in an oversaturated market. You know, so it's kind of like, or I'll do things here with the podcast, and then we could apply it to music. Just trying to do this because, I mean, you want to stick out, but how are you going to stick out if you're not doing what you want to do? You know, just kind of there's a difference between being inspired and putting like your own twist on it and just taking something, and then it's just weird. Like, yeah, I don't know where that comes from either. Like, I've been like this since I was a kid. And this, like, I've always liked doing things first. I never liked waiting for someone else to do it. Okay, then now I'm going to do it. It's always kind of, I'm not sure. Well, I could kind of guess where it came from, but maybe I'll save that for another day when I talk about that kind of stuff. I don't know. Where does that come from? I don't know. Yeah, before I go on like another rant, but yeah, that's my favorite artwork. It's my favorite artwork. And the second, oh, so there's two-part question. Say something nice about Ernie. Oh my, that is pretty hard. It's maybe the hardest question I ever got in my life. So yeah, Ernie is our drummer. He is say something nice about him. It's funny, like people that I'm close with, they'll like they'll kind of tell me like you go pretty hard on Ernie. It kind of seems like you're being a bully. I can see how that might seem that way from the outside. However, I'm on the inside, so it is kind of hard to explain this to people. But Ernie does things that really fucking piss me off, and he knows that. Well, maybe he doesn't. Drummers are they are. It is a joke, but there's some seriousness to it. It's just like they'll drive you insane. They'll fucking drive you crazy. You want the talent, but the talent tends to come with a little bit of psycho, and then you gotta be patient with that kind of psycho. And drummers tend to have the most ego, so I like to kind of squash the ego, and that's a daily thing. I know Ernie pretty well, so the thing about me is if I do or I say something, so seriously, this podcast thing is still weird for me. It's still weird. If someone had told me 5 years ago that this is where I'm gonna be at, I would not believe you. This is fucking crazy. But it's very wild. But everything I do, everything I say, there is a reason for it. There's a legit reason for it. If I think something, or I just don't say or do things just out of the blue. It's for a reason. But yeah, Ernie will definitely. There's just the drummer stigma with the ego and this people that don't answer texts or read. That's literally such a fucking pet peeve of mine. It just wastes so much time. It wastes money at a time where I have no time and have no money to waste. So yeah, everything is warranted. It is because it's hard, but it's hard to see that because that requires a look from the inside, which only me and him know. But so we will continue to talk shit to each other, which that helps out with my ego too. Keeps me in check, and I know that I suck, and I can never practice enough. But the other side to that, yeah, Ernie is a little guy. You could definitely hit him up at any time, and he will be there. He's helped me move a couple of times actually. He's always been there. He's a good friend, and he is a phenomenal drummer. Does he need work? Yes. He knows that. He knows. But I think we're both gonna find our groove in the next few months. So, yeah, Ernie is a good guy, and I see the potential of where this can go. He's also Latino, which is a big, important factor for being the drummer of Suicide Silence. And is that racist? If you don't want a white drummer, is that racist? I don't want a white drummer, straight up. Like, I don't. That was kind of like a criteria. There's just like this weird, which actually even Ernie took a long time for him to learn. There's like this certain backing off of the beat that you need to do in this band. It's really hard to explain, but it's like walking into a restaurant. You could be woke all you want, but that shit comes out when you walk into a certain restaurant and you see certain kind of people working. You know, hey, this might not be good. Oh, this is gonna be good. You know, let's stop pretending that we don't think these things. Yeah, Ernie, he's a good guy. We're actually just talking like episode with him is overdue. We need to talk shit to each other and tell the public how much we hate each other, and you will all benefit from that. But yeah, Ernie's a great guy, man. Yeah, so stay horned up. That's all. That's all I gotta say about that. Head over to distrokid.com/VIP/Garza and save 30% off your membership to get all your songs on all streaming platforms. And now to the heaviest podcast of all time. We have two more, I think. Angel O. That's how it's spelled. Angel O. What are some of your non-skip albums, any genre? You know what? To be honest, I skimmed this question earlier, and I had a hard time thinking. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna see what. Doing it live. We're doing it live. I was just gonna see what kind of pops in my brain on the spot, and so two records popped in my head. As far as like front to back, you could play it from the front and just let it go. To me, what I like about albums is when you put it on track one and you let it go, sometimes the band will have like a different kind of track, like track 6 or like track 7. And it's like more like a emotional track. And then you get emotional. You start to like be at the gym, when you're on a walk, or you're in your car, just listening to the record, and you get like, you start like shit. It'll like kind of bring up some kind of emotion, in you. So two records popped up in my head naturally. I'll probably just stay on these two, but one was the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Blood Sugar Sex Magic. That popped up in my head. And yeah, I would go on these long walks in Riverside and just jam this record. And out of nowhere, I became obsessed with this band. Like, fucking, early 30s? I don't know. I don't know what happened. I just got obsessed with this fucking band. What happened was I was browsing YouTube, just wasting time, as we all do. And I don't know how these people get these tracks, but it was... I found something. It was just John Frusciante's track. I think it was the whole record, and it was just his track. And I was listening to it, and I was like, I'm not saying I'm anywhere near as good as he is, or in the same nothing, but I heard myself listening to his tracks, and like he was kind of fucking up, and the effects are kind of weird. I was like, like you don't really hear that when you hear the whole band going. But yeah, if I were you, I'll look up Blood Sugar Sex Magic, John Frusciante's track. It's just his track, and all like the noises he's making, and making some mistakes. It was really fucking cool. And then I kind of opened up this door. And yeah, so I just would listen to that record front to back, and yeah, what was? You know, it's a good record when that song we're talking about earlier comes on, and you start getting emotional. I think it was let's see. Can we get up the track listing, Jay? I think it was I Could Have Lied. I Could Have Lied. Play that one. I'm just curious how the song starts. I'll know right off the bat. Yep, that's it. Being on the Walk and track 6 comes on. This one, I was like, fuck. Oh man, I'm thinking about my childhood right now. Yes, yeah. When you have a record like that and it hits you at different moments, like that's a record, man. And so yeah, that's one, and I'll leave you with the next one. With it's my third favorite band on the planet, Sevendust. Animosity for me is like it's a front to back, like play it from track 1 to track 2, and it has really cool called for like peaks and valleys and heavy, melodic, unique, creative. It's really fucking cool. So I would, and yeah, like the last song in this track, Angel Sun. I listen to that song probably almost every day. That's my. I won't go into it today, but there'll be a time. But I listen to Angel Sun almost all the time. It's kind of like it's my Mitch reminder. This is fucking sad. But what I'm trying to think of the track listing. That was sick. Yeah, Xmas Day is track 5. Awesome song. That shit gets you going. Live Again, track 10. Yep, this is another one of those songs. Angel Sun is track 13. Yeah, it's the whole thing. It's just if you just play it front to back, it just takes you places. So yeah, I hope that answers your question, Angel. So if you need 2 records you want to jam front to back, whether you're a fan or not of those 2 bands, give it a shot. You might be surprised. Cool. All right, let's get to the last question of the day.
The only question I got, what is your dream lineup? Because mine is, from any era, by the way, mine is Boundaries, Sanguisugabog, Kublai Khan, Signs of the Swarm, Whitechapel, and Sui co-headline. That is a sick-ass lineup in my head, because I fuck with every band. So what is your dream lineup?
Well, Angel, thank you. Angel with the returning question. I appreciate it. We have 2 Angels today. Oh, shit. One that'll never work because the guarantees. And I think we've had enough money stolen from us. I don't think I'm willing to do anything else. Dream lineup. Any era. Are we supposed to be included in there? I guess for the sake of the question, we'll just throw ourselves in there. Dream lineup. I want a triple co-headliner with Suicide Silence, Lorna Shore, Slaughter to Prevail. That's the goal. Maybe a opener, maybe one band to kind of do it. But that's my that's kind of where I'm at. Triple co-headliner. I think I want to tour Slaughter soon though, which will probably be like not. I'm trying to get all. There's just politics to it. There's like just money and things, and there's this band's bigger than this one, and I understand, but I'm putting the goal out there. Like that is what's on my mind. I'm putting it out there on YouTube and the whole 9. But right now it's not possible. I understand there's numbers and I'm not delusional because it makes no sense right now. I'm really hoping that the stars align that the three of us do a 3-way co-bill and have a fucking really sick opener and just let the chips fall what they may. And then the fans will be the ones that win. But right now it makes no sense, and unfortunately there's money and I know I'm not stupid. I know how people view me and view suicide silence. We're not in the conversation. I know that. I'm not a fucking idiot. However, if you're in an industry and you're not looking at what we're doing, you're fucking up. Especially now, like it's like without me revealing too much, everything I say here, I mean, it's obviously public, so I really don't fucking care. But right now it's like the heavy thing is coming back, but it's really hard. It's impossible to play heavy shit when you got a lot of money. That's just the truth. It's hard to dig deep when you have your own house. That's just the truth. And when you're talking suicide silence, that people that are hungry, I'm not even hungry, I'm starving, that are out to fucking kill. I've seen it happen, with other bands, and we've actually done it before. This is things change. Money could fucking appear out of nowhere. Money could go away, or hype could come and go, or people die. Things can change with one record, and the whole genre will fucking shift. And so yeah, that is my personal goal. I know no one's looking at me or us, and I'm saying it publicly. That's a big fucking mistake. And once they figure it out, it's gonna be too late. It's going to be too late. I know the moment I wake up, I'm up before everybody else. I know for sure. I'm up before you, and I go to bed after you. That's just it. And we were talking about the lineup earlier in Boston. That didn't just happen. That didn't just come out of nowhere. That's not because of our name. There's a reason why we're up there. We should be way lower, and people will argue that, but you have no idea how obsessive I've been with suicide silence. And that's just me saying stuff. That's just me talking shit, But I mean, pure. Everything I say is pure-hearted. I'll get like dark, but then I'll bring it back around, and it's this creative competition, and I believe in everybody, and I want everyone to succeed. But make no mistake, I'm out to fucking kill those bands. And if you're not looking at us, you're. I mean, it's cool. Yeah, I've had this conversation, like, and I said it publicly too already on other podcasts, not mine, but I can guess, like, I've never played so much guitar in my life. I never thought about music so much in my life. I never put so much into it. Unfortunately, that's kind of because anyone could get there. Anyone could do this and get up to the top, but maintaining that's where it gets fucking hard. And we've experienced that. No one could take that away from me or the band. I lived it, experienced it. When you try to maintain this thing, that's way harder. And I call it the cancer of being jaded, and that's where I fucked up, got jaded, and to get back to that, to lose it. Some bands, I'll say this part a lot. I learned. I do copy this from Dana White. He will he'll tell the same story again and again, but for some reason I still watch and listen. And I stole this from him. So if I ever like repeat myself, I just have to, because you got to really drill some things into people sometimes, especially your story. But yeah, not many bands have lost it once. Not many bands have lost it once. We've lost it twice. Full-fledged, the band's done. Done. Dead. Done. Dead. It's over. Bye. We lived it twice. Most bands will deal with that once. And we're still kind of creeping up. And so flyers like this are big wins for me personally. When I'm here losing my fucking mind, just trying to keeping suicide silence alive. You know, this isn't a trend for me. It was never about the money for me. No one knows my financial situation. I heard someone say my financial situation on a podcast, and it made me laugh. I was like, oh, that's the perception? Interesting. Yeah, that's the condensed version. I could go off right now, but I'm not. Yeah, it took many years. Many years. So it's just nice to every once in a while get a win when it's just, you know, it's just a loss here, a loss there, a loss here. You lost here. You know, it took me a long time to learn that every morning that you wake up, someone's trying to fuck you. And doesn't that have to be a bad thing? It's just you know, if you're doing cool shit, which we're lucky, and people are always gonna count you out. You know, they're always gonna people are always not gonna believe in you. Some will, you know, which is really cool. I know those people, and I'm thankful for those people and friends, and family, and the few people in the industry that are using their brain. But kind of see what's going on. But it's cool. I think we should close it off before I just go off. What was the question? So yeah, that's my dream lineup. The Triple Co with Florina, Slaughter, and us. I think it'd be fucking sick, dude. You know who's really gonna win? And I talked about this already too. Who is gonna win are the fans. The deathcore genre. If you have like that really sick, positive, creative tension and creative competition, and we're all just pushing each other, man, it's like the genre is. I'm just really curious what the genre is going to be pushed, and that's cool. It's really fucking cool, man. And people may not know, but we're on that list. We're on the top 3 list. It's like I feel like we're in high school again. Like I saw us right here, and no one believed it. No one believed it. It wasn't even a genre yet, man. It's so it's just nice to get back to that believing in my own intuition with no ego. It took me a long time to do that. It's like my life's been one big circle. So stupid. So fucking dumb. I was like, why? Oh, God. But we're all human, you know. We all make mistakes and we all learn. And, you know, this is how life is. And hopefully when... it just sucks, man. We just left so much destruction. Just what's that movie with Morgan Freeman and Jim Carrey? Bruce Almighty, right? There's a point there's a scene where Jim Carrey and Morgan Freeman are in like the attic, and he's making Jim Carrey throughout his life is fucking chaos, and he's making him mop the floor. like this like massive attic floor or like this like office. I think we might have fucking. But yeah, it is this room. It's not the scene, but it's more towards like the end of the movie. But and obviously, if you've seen the movie, you know that Morgan Freeman plays God, and he tells Jim Carrey, no matter how dirty something is, you can always clean it up, and that's basically been my life and career. It's cool. I'm just happy to be here. I love everybody and would also fuck everyone at the same time. That's basically who I am. And it's fun. It's fun. See, that's all the questions. So shout out to all the questions. Alex, Angel, and Angel. Appreciate it. I saw Deadpool. It was a sick movie. I recommend it. If anyone hasn't seen it yet, pretty sick. I like getting to the movie theater early, like 30 minutes before. Like I like being the first one that walks in there and to sit down. Me and my lady just chill for a little bit. It's just quiet. I was like, man, this is sick. It's fucking sick. And anyway, the let the previews come on, and then saw a preview. They're making a Bob Dylan movie. That's gonna be epic. What was the release date? I want to say November, but I want to say November or December. Only in theaters this December. Yep. So this December, it's a movie about Bob Dylan. That's gonna be sick. Director of Walk the Line? Oh, come on. Yeah, that's gonna. Yeah, come on. Come on. Yeah, Bob Dylan is one of those. Bob Dylan is one of those artists that you just keep hearing about. Like all like the goats just talk about him. All the like the goats. Like old school shit. It's they all talk about Bob Dylan. I mean, he is literally the fucking goat. Cool. Maybe we could wrap it up on some what's been going out in the world. Jay, I heard someone try to shoot Trump again. I did a little bit of research. Someone fucking so it was in Florida. Someone was waiting to shoot Trump outside of his golf course. And the rumor has it that this guy set up like a sniper area, and he waited for up to 12 hours in the bushes between some of the holes, and he was waiting for Trump to pretty much so crazy. Second time, but I guess he had found him before obviously anything happened. I heard no shots were fired. I heard there's a rumor that there was, but the other rumor is that nothing, no gun got fired. But they found a guy and arrested him. Like, damn. So would you call that technically a second attempt? I mean, that's a second attempt, correct? I mean, even though there wasn't anything, no shots were fired, it was still someone still tried. That guy, he's after one more record. That's how I'm gonna look. This fucking is done. Is tired. Like fuck Suicide and fuck deathcore. This guy waited in the bushes, man, for over 10. Like if you're in the bushes for over 10 hours, what are you thinking about? What are you thinking about, man? To have time to think. and still like be chilling there. Wow. I can't imagine. I'll like if I want to do it, I'll set up my area. But after 2 hours, man, like you'd be like, what the fuck am I doing here? You know, this is probably not a good idea. But luckily nothing happened. So good for him. Yeah, I guess we could move on. I saw something the drummer for Megadeth, Dirk, which is he's a legend. He was talking about like getting like metal artwork jacked or metal culture jacked for like merch designs and like all that stuff. It's recent. It's like like 3 weeks old or something. Yeah, it's something like this. Yeah, Megadeth drummer accuses fashion brand of stealing, in quotations, stealing heavy metal imagery. I mean, yeah, this has been going on for quite some time. So if you're just listening, this hoodie is atrocious. Do people? I wouldn't wear that thing. Price tag $1,600. I mean, yeah, it's so obviously this subject pops up a lot. And I found myself having trouble processing because, I mean, I'm walking around like the gym. I'm walking around Vaughn's trying to buy some bananas and, just ice cream and stuff, And I'm just like seeing like I don't want to say normal person, right? But they're wearing like a shirt. It's obviously not a death metal band. It's not a metal band. It's like some video game or it's something else. So I'm like, okay, I mean that's cool. And then I was thinking like, what do I feel about that? Do I care? Should I care? And with the help of Johnny Ramone, he weighed in on it in his book. And I was like, yeah, that is true. And yeah, because people give like sometimes people just want to wear the band shirt, and you know what? That's cool. It's cool. It is cool. At least they're supporting in their own way. Maybe not the way you want, but yeah, if they're helping, they are helping keeping the band name alive and out there, and we can't just attack people for, even celebrities. We can't just attack people for wearing a metal shirt, because then that will fall into, oh, this is my band. This people like to put bands in a back pocket, and people like to forget that there's people in the bands that are involved with said bands. But and also as artists and as bands, that I get will naturally be upset about stuff like this. What you need to understand is that everything in life has a price. I mean, this even goes beyond like the merch we're talking about and metal music. Everything in life has a price. You're gonna have pros, you're gonna have cons, and the metal scene right now, and it's been happening for years, is fucking massive. It's massive. Why? Because of shit like this. Maybe not like this, or maybe like a band logo is getting jacked, and now it's like a video game logo. It's like, is that Pig Destroyer or is that fucking Lord of the Rings? You don't. I mean, that I guess you could say for some people that's the con. Now, like it's kind of more widespread, but the pro is more people are listening like to metal and heavy shit, and it's kind of under one umbrella. It's just, I don't think it's just one thing or just one shirt or just one subject or one band. It's just all kind of happening. It's just happening. And for me, I've been the same way I've been like this since I was a child. I've always wanted my band to play in arenas. Always. That was literally the goal. And I was very ambitious, and we got lucky and accomplished that. But yeah, I don't like the idea of like gatekeeping fashion. We're always borrowing. Fucking hip hop will borrow from metal. Metal is gonna borrow from hip hop and country and different races. I mean, that's just what's gonna happen. You know, and if you don't like it, who cares? If you don't like it, I think maybe you should maybe give it some more thought. Because there is pros to it. There is pros. It's not just one big con. You have Justin Bieber here wearing a fucking what kind of shirt is that? Metallica shirt. I mean, come on. I mean, that's maybe at surface level you may, metal fans may not like that, but I think it is helping the genre. I mean, the bigger the genre gets, the more other stuff is going to happen. As I said, there's like some joke that the bigger your band gets, the more unpopular you become. And I definitely noticed that. Okay, well, you have this pro, but then there's going to be a con that comes with it. So anyway, I get, people will feel different about this, but it's okay for someone to wear a band shirt. If they don't know the band, it's fine. If they're wearing a shirt, I mean, that's fine. Most people are just casual music listeners. Obviously, does that make you better than them? Does that make me better than them? I mean, it's like what are we talking about? And I guess to top off this subject, being someone in was I in sixth grade or seventh, like around that, like a child, fucking 11 years old or something. I was a fucking loser. I mean, I guess some will argue I still am, but the metal scene accepted me, and I was a loser, and I'm thankful for that. And I found a home here, and I've lived here, for quite some time, well over 2 decades, probably 25 years. So yeah, I'm grateful for that, and but so who says someone else can't be accepted? We regardless of what kind of person they are, But yeah, I'm sure we all have different opinions about this. So yeah. Anyway, I think it's okay for people to wear the fucking band shirt. It's fine, and the ripping off of band logos will continue to happen, and it's 9 p.m. so the lights naturally shut off here, which I always kind of struggle. How do you? I don't know how you turn off these automatic lights, but yeah, that's it for I think that's all I got. I am currently wearing a podcast shirt, so if you can, please support the podcast. Get a shirt. The front says "Life Gets Heavy." We got the logo right here on the sleeve, classy as fuck. The back has the demon skull. Garza podcast.myshopify.com. I'll put it down in the description. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Thank you for listening and watching. It's pretty heavy way to close this. I think we went pretty everywhere with this one. Got death, emotional, and talk some shit, but pure-hearted. Saw some sick shows, but yeah. Anyway, thank you for listening and watching, and thank you, Alex, Angel, and Angel, for your questions. And yeah, I will see you guys next week. Appreciate it. Later.